the police officer suddenly received a mysterious message. He immediately turned around to check, only to spot a fugitive who had been on the run for years. To buy some time, the officer quickly walked ahead and went to pay the bill. Just then, his apprentice walked into the scene. Although the officer signaled him with his eyes right away, the fugitive seemed to sense something was off. The man thought he hadn't been exposed, but the sound of him cocking his gun was overheard by the fugitive. Realizing their cover was blown, the officer had no choice but to act first. However, the apprentice was too nervous, and accidentally shot his own mentor in the arm. This gave the fugitive the upper hand. He overpowered the officer, and fired 2 shots into his abdomen. After taking out the officer, the fugitive turned his gun on the apprentice. The apprentice fired back, managing only to wound the fugitive's face. The fugitive immediately fled. The apprentice first checked on his mentor's condition, then continued the pursuit. But by then, the fugitive had already gotten into a vehicle. The apprentice fired at the car, but it had already started moving. He could only chase after it, shooting as he ran. As the van sped up, the apprentice ran after it with everything he had. To shake him off, the fugitive timed it perfectly and crossed a train track. The apprentice could only watch helplessly as the fugitive escaped. Thinking of his mentor's uncertain fate, the apprentice was overwhelmed by a sense of failure. Soon, the fugitive was placed on a level 1 most wanted list. 6 years passed in the blink of an eye, but the police still hadn't caught him. Then, the apprentice, now an officer, received a new mission: to arrest a drug dealer on a high-speed train. When the target stood up to leave, a female officer was about to follow him, but a police academy student stepped in her way. She shoved him aside and moved toward the suspect. The drug dealer was hiding in the restroom. As she was trying to listen in, a thief spotted her phone and went for it. Luckily, the student stopped him in time. Just as the officer was about to take action, the student stopped her again. When she realized her phone was missing, she finally understood the student had caught the thief. Not wanting to make a big deal out of it, she let it go, but the student still called over the train police. Hearing the commotion outside, the drug dealer quickly cleaned up the crime scene and listened carefully. Upon learning the police were just there to deal with a thief, he relaxed completely, acting as if nothing had happened and casually walking out. The female officer tried to follow, but the student grabbed her arm, asking her to fill out a report. Seeing the suspect about to get away, she quickly flashed her badge, realizing she was a cop. The train police didn't stop her. The student, now confused, watched her walk away, but the drug dealer had already slipped out of her sight.